Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Julie. I want to do a quick clarification, I guess, video to talk more about the um, using Blackbird with the PT indicator to generate some results that we can use to formulate our own trading strategies. What I'm trying to show you is not an auto trading strategy like an algo that I'm trying to sell. These strategies are based on techniques that I use with the PT indicator that are generic. I mean, I've got the PT indicator and some very basic things inside the code, if you will, in Bloodhound to make it work. Um, my demonstration of this particular strategy to use the PT indicator that I showed that got the great results is using the limit order to take the trades after a certain statistical level occurred, like a martingale, retracing um, to take the order, not taking it on the market entry. So when your bar closes, normally your trade would fire off. Well, this isn't taking a trade on the bar close. Instead, it's requiring a reversal first of a certain distance to see if a fill can get achieved. And then if a fill is reached, then will it make it to the profit target or stop? And again, this was not done to try to generate an auto trading strategy that I'm selling. Why? Because they'll get killed by the banks. If it's a good auto trading strategy and I were to try to commercialize it and sell it, the banks, Citadel, whoever, would crush it in a nanosecond. They are able to find our messaging. They'll know when my orders hit the market and they'll go crush my signals. So that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to show you guys the methods for using the indicators in different ways in Blackbird. Um, so if you look at the bell curve, it's sort of demonstrative of that. Let me show you this, and maybe that'll help. Um, I have to do it this way to get the drawing board. So here's your bell curve, right? Here is the middle of the curve. And that middle of the curve is about 30%. And then the rest from that 30% out would get to your 100%. So this 30% in the middle is what this algo here tried to achieve right here with this first retracement. And if it failed, if it took this retracement and failed, then it would pick up another retracement a little bit lower, and if that failed, it would take another retracement a little bit lower. So this was just a little technique for entering the market. Let me clear all this up. Got a little exuberant here. So if it did not, if it failed at the 30%, I would try to get 50%. If it failed at the 50%, I would try to get the last part and then back over. So I don't know if you can see what I'm trying to do, but that was a little algorithm that I put together with these limit orders. It's just a technique to use the distribution um, in a different way than a market order. Most of the time, you would see a market order come in, hit it on the high or the close, and you would be way up here with your trade, and it could go back deeply and you would get wiped out. So my entries require it to, let me turn the data thing on and we can look at it. My entries required it to retrace first. So here were some triggers, and you can see that they retraced the order entered, and it's kind of hard to see. Here's an example. Here's your bar open, and it came down, and here it retraced down, and here was your buy entry right there. And it actually took 3 buy entries. It took 3 times to get it right. And then it did get to it got stopped out, and then it made it to the profit target. So just various methods. It was mainly just a method to show you how to structure it to take limit orders instead of a market entry order and coming in on these highs and lows. And this is something that I showed Zach several months ago, a year ago, and then he adapted it to use for the auto trailing stop indicator and posted it. So thank you very much. So it's the same technique, just different approaches to the market, but my strategies I think much better than the auto trailing indicator because I'm dynamically using the distribution of the actual range over a historic period of time, um, dynamically shifted for the current market session in a custom session. So it's not just 24/7 data that you can get with that indicator that he showed it on. This is being able to customize your distribution for a particular time period so you can set your own volatility envelopes. But I don't want to get in the weeds of the technique, but I just wanted to clarify that this was not shown to try to sell an auto trading strategy. Guys, this is just techniques that I was using with my own indicator that I created to show you how to enter in the market using limit orders versus the market entry order. And this particular performance was good, and it just shows me that I would want to consider using this strategy before I would use it in an auto trading strategy. I would examine it very closely. I would look for the outliers to find out, what happened on the big drawdowns and see if I could fix that so that I could, correct whatever it was in my underlying entry signals before it got to the limit order selection and see if I could make some modifications. Again, my system for The strategy is based on a simple bloodhound template that I put together. Logic node, very simple. With bloodhound, it just takes a few minutes using my slope solvers and these ranges that I nested, requiring certain things to be in place. But this, in no manner speaking, is an algorithm that I'm trying to sell as a standalone algo, saying here's my performance. So I'm sorry for the confusion. Take my indicator and take the way that I've structured the trade to show you how you can do it in the market and create your own algorithm. And don't tell anybody what your algorithm is, because you don't want Citadel crushing it. When you do release an algorithm, you want it to be in the market quietly making you money and not advertising it, right? These indicators that I've put together for NinjaTrader allow you to come in using these tools with Bloodhound and Blackbird without any coding experience, and being able to put together some sophisticated um, strategies of your own. This demonstration that I was providing wasn't meant to sell an algorithm. So please, I'm sorry for the confusion. Um, Another thing to notice is I'm nesting my ranges, and I can talk more about that if you get the indicator, and I'll post more about nesting ranges in the future. But this was just really to talk about this. These are not algos that I'm selling. All right. Thank you so much. Y'all have a good day.